Hello, like I said, here is my review for the James Dean movie Life. No, this is not a movie starring James Dean. This is a movie starring Dane DeHaan as James Dean. Dane DeHaan is very well known for his roles in Chronicle, Metallica film Through the Never, and A Cure for Wellness. Just recently, Dane DeHaan was in the miniseries The Stranger on Quibi. Well, just 6.5 years ago, he was James Dean. I'm just going to get this out of the way. The DVD cover says, Dane DeHaan is a magnetic James Dean. I'll let you read that right there. Let's just say he was a magnetic James Dean in some scenes. He looked okay for the part, but his acting as James Dean in some scenes, I didn't buy it. And I'm not saying that Dane DeHaan's a bad actor. I'm saying he is a good actor, given the right material. This was okay material, but the way that he depicted James Dean in this film, it didn't sit well for me because on a few things, the interviews that I've seen of the real James Dean's very like, hey, what's going on? Or, oh, just an easy guy to talk to. And, Dane DeHaan just seems more dark and creepy. Almost like a Joker James Dean, you know what I mean? His laugh, well, his laugh is like whereas the real James Dean's laugh, if you want to see an example, is the screen test he had with Paul Newman for East of Eden, which I shall put below the tape here. But the way I can describe James Dean's laugh, it sounded a little bit like Bugs Bunny, just like a little it didn't sound creepy. So when it comes to Dane DeHaan playing James Dean, looks good as James Dean, but there were some scenes that I didn't feel convinced, and I felt that they depicted James Dean as more of a mysterious, creepy guy. Robert Pattinson, on the other hand, in fact, I heard his birthday was relatively recent. Robert Pattinson, also, given the right material, outside of Twilight, of course, he will act very well. Examples: Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Life, and just recently, Tenet. And I hope he does good as Batman. Maybe he will do good as Batman. We don't know. I also like how they have Ben Kingsley as Jack Warner, one of the last big-name Hollywood movie moguls. Jack Warner, you had to have a lot of talent if you were working with Jack Warner of Warner Brothers or Louis B. Mayer of MGM, Metro-Goldwyn and Mayer. Anyway, Life. What is life? Not the definition of life. What is the movie? Well, Robert Pattinson plays Dennis, a photographer for Life magazine, hence the title Life. This movie chronicles Dennis's meetings with James Dean. It's a true story, how he met James Dean and how they formed an unlikely friendship and how he managed to get photos of James Dean for Life magazine. And at the end of the film, this is the only thing I'm going to spoil for you, at the end of the film, we actually see the real pictures that were taken by Dennis. The real Dennis. What can you not like about the 1950s? No, seriously, I mean, thanks to films like Back to the Future, La Bamba, Great Balls of Fire, Life, and Stand By Me, the 50s has had a really big resurgence. According to a good friend of mine, that's when everyone had class. And that's when everything was cool. That's when everything was, I know some will say, simple. That's when everything was simple. Yes. But that was also a time for us to feel happy, Be thankful, feel wonderful about life. It was a glamorous time. Everyone felt like a movie star in those days. Actually, let's just be honest. Everyone looked like a movie star in those days.